Just 4 years after its founding, Xiaomi defied expectations by becoming the world's third-largest phone manufacturer. Critics dismissed the company as an Apple copycat, pointing to CEO Lei Jun's uncanny resemblance to Steve Jobs, both in presentation and even wardrobe. Lei Jun, often called China's Steve Jobs, embraced the comparison, understanding that imitation could be a stepping stone to innovation. Despite the early skepticism, Xiaomi carved its own path by targeting the mass market rather than competing directly with Apple's premium brand. Now, Xiaomi is making waves in an entirely different industry, electric vehicles, a sector even Apple abandoned after pouring billions into development. While Apple retreated, Xiaomi charged forward, applying the same strategies that made it a smartphone giant to the fiercely competitive EV market. The company's rapid success in EVs has stunned industry veterans, outselling established rivals like Tesla's Model 3 in China within months of launch. Xiaomi's secret? A combination of high performance, aggressive pricing, and a deep understanding of consumer tech trends. Yet, challenges loom. Regulatory crackdowns, a tragic accident involving its vehicles, and an overcrowded market threaten to derail its momentum. This is the story of how a mid-tier phone company emerged as a serious player in the global EV race, and what lies ahead. Xiaomi's first electric car, the SU7, debuted on March 28, 2024, and quickly became a sales phenomenon. By December, it had overtaken Tesla's Model 3 in China, a feat few saw coming from a newcomer. The sedan, a less popular body style in China's SUV-dominated market, defied expectations, selling 200,000 units in under a year. Demand accelerated so quickly that the second 100,000 units were delivered in half the time it took for the first batch. In May 2025, Xiaomi doubled down with the YU7, a crossover designed to capitalize on China's love for SUVs. The company's ambitions don't stop there. It aims to more than double its EV sales in 2025, despite only operating domestically. Even American automakers took notice, with Rivian and Ford reportedly acquiring SU7s for competitive analysis. Jim Farley, Ford CEO, admitted he'd been driving one for 6 months and didn't want to return it, a rare compliment from a rival. Investors remain bullish, sending Xiaomi stock to an all-time high in March 2025, alongside a $5.5 billion fundraising round for its EV division. But can Xiaomi sustain this momentum, or will the brutal realities of the auto industry catch up? Performance meets affordability. Xiaomi's winning formula. What makes Xiaomi's EVs stand out in a sea of 140-plus Chinese competitors? The answer lies in delivering premium performance at a fraction of the cost. The SU7 comes in 4 variants, ranging from a 300 horsepower base model to a 1,500 horsepower Ultra prototype. Priced between $30,000 and $73,000, it undercuts rivals like Porsche's Taycan while rivaling their performance. On Germany's famed Nürburgring circuit, the SU7 outperformed cars from Porsche, Tesla, and Rimac, an impressive feat for a first attempt. Charging speeds are equally competitive, with the base model adding 215 miles of range in just 15 minutes. Industry experts praise the SU7's driving dynamics, calling its acceleration and handling out of this world for a debut vehicle. Yet, comparisons to Porsche highlight Xiaomi's marketing playbook, positioning itself as a budget-friendly alternative to luxury brands. Lei Jun once benchmarked Xiaomi's phones against iPhones. Now, he's doing the same with cars, framing the SU7 as Porsche performance at half the price. This strategy resonates in China, where consumers crave high-tech features without premium price tags. But will it be enough to fend off Tesla and homegrown rivals in the long run? Unlike traditional automakers, Xiaomi approaches EVs like a tech product, focused on user experience over raw specs. From day one, the SU7 launched with a full ecosystem of accessories, anticipating customer needs before they arose. This tech-first mindset extends to software, where Xiaomi leverages its smartphone expertise to create seamless in-car interfaces. The company's Human X Car X Home strategy aims to integrate vehicles into its broader ecosystem of devices. Imagine your car syncing with your Xiaomi phone, rice cooker, and smart home system, a level of connectivity few automakers offer. This approach mirrors Apple's ecosystem, but with one key difference. Xiaomi isn't afraid to enter low-margin industries. While Apple abandoned its EV project due to profitability concerns, Xiaomi sees cars as a gateway to deeper consumer relationships. Having multiple revenue streams, from phones to appliances, gives Xiaomi a cushion as it weathers the costly early years of EV production. But critics argue this diversification could dilute the brand, leaving consumers unsure whether Xiaomi stands for innovation or just variety. In a market where trust is paramount, can Xiaomi convince buyers it's a serious automaker, and not just a tech company dabbling in cars? With the YU7 crossover, Xiaomi is poised to challenge Tesla's Model Y, China's best-selling EV. Analysts speculate the YU7 could finally be the Tesla killer Chinese brands have long promised but failed to deliver. Tesla's price cuts and financing deals suggest it's feeling the heat, with sales in China declining despite its early dominance. Yet, Xiaomi's path to victory is far from guaranteed. A fatal crash involving an SU7 in early 2025 triggered a government crackdown on self-driving tech, slowing Xiaomi's software updates. CEO Lei Jun's absence from the Shanghai Auto Show, where the YU7 debuted, raised eyebrows, though the company cited scheduling conflicts. Regulatory hurdles and safety concerns threatened to stifle the rapid innovation that fueled Xiaomi's rise. Meanwhile, the EV market's brutal competition means many Chinese startups won't survive the coming consolidation. Xiaomi's profitability hinges on scaling quickly, but with gross margins still negative, losses persist, albeit narrowing. The company's fate may depend on whether it can reassure consumers about safety while outpacing rivals on tech and price. One thing is clear: Xiaomi has disrupted the status quo, proving that in the EV race, newcomers can outmaneuver giants. The question is whether it can cross the finish line. Xiaomi's journey from smartphone underdog to electric vehicle contender is a testament to its relentless ambition and adaptability. In just a few short years, the company has defied expectations, proving that a tech firm can disrupt the traditional auto industry. Yet, its future in the EV market remains uncertain, fraught with financial, regulatory, and competitive challenges. The SU7's early success demonstrates that consumers are willing to embrace an outsider if the product delivers on performance and value. But sustaining that momentum will require more than just competitive pricing and sleek designs. The recent fatal crash involving an SU7 underscores the risks of rapid innovation, particularly in autonomous driving. China's subsequent crackdown on public beta testing for self-driving software has forced Xiaomi to recalibrate its approach. This regulatory shift may slow down the company's ability to roll out cutting-edge features, a key selling point for tech-savvy buyers. Meanwhile, Tesla's aggressive pricing strategies and legacy automakers accelerating EV plans add further pressure. Xiaomi's advantage lies in its ecosystem, integrating cars with its existing suite of smart devices to create a seamless user experience. However, this strategy also carries risks, as brand dilution could make it harder to establish credibility as a true automaker. Investors remain cautiously optimistic, buoyed by strong sales and the company's ability to raise capital. But profitability in the EV sector is elusive, and Xiaomi's automotive division is still years away from breaking even. The coming years will determine whether Xiaomi can transition from a promising upstart to a dominant force in the global EV market. One thing is certain: the company has already reshaped the conversation around what a carmaker can and should be. Whether it succeeds or stumbles, Xiaomi's bold gamble will serve as a case study for tech companies eyeing the automotive industry. The race is far from over, but Xiaomi has already proven it's a contender worth watching.